This episode of The Direction is brought to you by Georgia 811, keeping Georgia safe and connected.
Take that trailer off and get you a beaver.
I thought you were just gonna tell me I need a different trailer.
No, I'm gonna tell you why you need a different trailer. Come here, girl.
Oh, look at that big old fish.
Fish.
Oh,
Dang it.
oh. I like the way you roll.
Hey, baby girl.
What? You really do bring some how-tos. That's not a front you put on for YouTube, man. That's not a front. Everyone has a story. Sometimes it's about catching monster bass. Now that's a studly mudly, baby. And sometimes it's about life's lessons. Every story is as unique as the person who tells it. So join us as we make some new friends, reunite with some old ones, catch a few fish, and share a story or two. I'm Mark Stowe, and this is The Direction.
In this digital age we are living, it seems like there is an endless amount of information at your fingertips. Jensen, aka Flukemaster on YouTube, has built up an incredible video library of teaching the world to fish. As he puts it, Mark Stowe has been watching Gene like millions of others, but wanted to spend a day on the water learning some new tricks and finding out exactly how he is teaching the world to fish.
Come on, wuss boy, get in there.
Oh, this is gonna be a fun day. I see it now.
I was a scoutmaster for 25 years. I deal with young men all the time.
All right, we're hitting the water. One thing about Gene, he likes to tournament kayak fish. You can see he's got his kayak wrapped in his brand Flukemaster, and this guy is actually traveling around the country doing some kayak tournaments now. I'll tell you what, these kayaks are set up just like a bass boat anymore. Trolling motors, power poles, that's crazy what they're doing with them.
It's been a little bit since I've used a Ranger.
Hey, they ain't changed the code yet, nor have I.
Oh, I love that sound. You remember when that AquaView camera came out?
Oh yeah.
So I bought one probably 2 years after they came out. I sold it after 6 months. I got sick and tired of dropping a drop shot down next to the camera, watching giant spotted bass come up to my drop shot and swim away. And I'm like, this sucks, and I sold it. I know, I've got everything on my kayak that a big bass boat does. I've got everything on my kayak that this boat has. I can put an outboard on it, I can put a trolling motor on it, live scope, side scan, everything else, all the electronics. I can run for 15 to 25 miles depending on how fast I go. And the only difference between my kayak and a bass boat is I don't have the boat payment and I don't have the gas payment.
Yeah.
You know, and that's a huge savings.
It
know?
is.
And it's stable and I fish out of it. There's 3 or 4 flats offshore that are real shallow. We'll hit one of them today because I always like to check it because I caught the same 7-pounder twice last year off the same spot in the roadbed, 14 days apart. She was spawning both times. They had a benefit kayak tournament in August of last year, and it's for a little boy who's got a rare disease, and they had to save, we had to raise a lot of money for research because there's not enough people in the world that have the disease, and he could die any day, and so enough money to pay researchers to research it. And so there's 1,000 people signed up, and probably 200 of them were actually fishing the tournament. And this lake on fire at that point in time. So there were 5 of us fishing this lake and then the rest of the country. Well, the end of the tournament, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd were Florida and Texas, which is expected in the state when you're doing an inch tournament, a measurement tournament. 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th were all fishing this lake in a national tournament.
So most kayak tournaments are all inches, right?
Yeah, catch, photo, release, yep, with inches.
That's the other thing I like about the kayak side is that you're catching them and releasing them right then.
Yep.
This segment was brought to you by Jinko Fishing. It's all about the action. This segment is brought to you by Ranger boats, still building legends one at a time.
Fish.
Oh, look at there, he's seen the bed, and look at this.
I'm gonna flip him, I'm gonna swing him. No, I'm not. He got his own idea.
You said, look at that bed, he tossed right out there and caught him.
It's just a male guarding a bed. Gosh, these Gamakatsu hooks. Golly. Got pliers?
Yep.
Either that or I just...
Pliers
no, I got
coming,
it.
Gene.
I got it.
Said,
Yeah. That one's been caught before.
Good old healthy fish.
Yeah. That's what's good about these lakes is these are the few lakes in the state that the game wardens and the biologists have complete control over. So the fish get really healthy. That's
Hey,
release.
there you go.
All right. And let him go and make babies.
All right, you got to run us through the how-to of that. You said you just take that lizard and throw it out there, drag
Well,
it
that
on
was
the
just,
bottom.
yeah, that wasn't even anything. You just flip to him and he grabs it. So, every once in a while when they're spawning, you get them where they'll bite it on the first cast. So I ain't saying that was luck, but it was luck.
Hey, I'll still take luck on my side fishing any day.
I can honestly tell you I'm the very first influencer in the fishing industry. I was doing it before they called it an influencer. No, second. First one is Steve Parks, the owner of Ragetail. Things lined up for me, and it was like, it started out with, I'm good friends with Mike Buca, the guy that makes the bullshad swim bait. But we've been friends long before he started making the swim bait. And he told me, he said, dude, you gotta find your own niche in this industry if you wanna do anything. You gotta find something that nobody else is doing, and don't just fight for the tournament sponsorships. And I said, okay. And so that kept that in the back of my head. And then I was guiding on a private lake in North Carolina, doing that. And then I had some Boy Scouts that I took fishing. I was a Scoutmaster. I was in Scout leadership for 20 years. And they wanted to go fishing, but I worked weekend nights at the hospital. So all these things, and then YouTube came out and it was a free place to put videos. It wasn't because I didn't know you could make money for 4 years. So YouTube was a free place to put videos. So I told my Boy Scouts, I said, look, I'm gonna go make some videos of basic fishing videos, and I'm gonna put them on this website called YouTube. You go watch it and then go fishing. And so I started doing that every once in a while, putting a few of them on there, and it just started to grow. I was doing it for 4 years before I realized you could make money. I was like, wait a minute. And then, 6 years later, just like I said, accidental. Then I realized, though, wait a minute. What I'm doing is working. I got a bunch of people that are paying attention who want to learn how to fish. It wasn't that I wanted to be popular. I always knew that being popular on YouTube was a side effect that might happen, but it's never been my priority. My priority has always been that one person. One person wants to learn something about fishing. I want to do something for that one person. And so my God-given talent is teaching, not fishing. My God-given talent is being able to talk to somebody no matter how a beginner or basic they are and being able to talk at their level and not make them feel like I'm talking down to them. Because that drives me nuts.
Oh,
You get these YouTubers that talk down to you and I'm like, I can't even watch those videos. So, so I honestly can tell you that that's what's put me where I am, is just my love of teaching that one person how to fish. Uh-oh, that's a good one.
Good old trick worm there. Don't go around that trolling motor. Good old fish.
We're gonna do a dance.
We're gonna dance. I'm gonna hit you in the head.
Say,
Oh, healthy fish. Come on, fish.
I think these fish
Look
have
at-
Florida strain in them.
They
because
do,
fight
don't
like
they?
a Florida bass.
I was gonna say, I mean, that fish is just giving it everything it's got.
Cinco?
Go on that trick
On
worm.
that little trick worm?
Come here, fish. There's across the top of the head there. Nice little old chunk.
Sweet. Ladies and gentlemen, he knows how to catch a fish.
Once in a while.
Tell Take it out of their guts. There you go.
Hey, you said we're gonna change up.
Yep.
Look at them beds.
I know it. Yep, yep.
All right. See you, little bud. You wouldn't get caught out on the lake without your favorite bait. So why would you get caught digging without calling 811?
Are you getting ready to start your own digging project? Be sure to call 811 and get your underground utilities located. It's the law and it's free.
Here, try this. This segment is brought to you by Denali Rods, tournament tested, tournament tough. All right.
Take that trailer off and get you a beaver style trailer.
Just a beaver?
A beaver style.
Like a D-bomb or any of them?
A green pumpkin beaver.
All right, now why is this?
I'll show you. You gotta get it out first.
Oh, okay, wait a minute. So there's a method. I thought you were just gonna tell me I need a different trailer.
No, I'm gonna tell you why you need a different trailer.
Okay.
When you roll a chatterbait over a limb, what they're famous for is rolling all the way over, and then you get hung up, right? If you go with a flat style bait, rig it up flat side down. So when it comes over a limb, that flat part of that bait keeps it from rolling over and getting hung in. So this will go through trees. I'm not saying it's not going to get snagged, but it'll go through limbs a lot better with that type of a trailer.
How-to's right there. That is, you know, all of those little tips though add up to catching more fish.
100%.
Because,
well, in a less stressful day, because you get, I mean, if you're fishing a woody lake, that thing's gonna stay in the wood.
whether you're tournament fishing or fun fishing.
Yep.
Because if you make more casts and you're hung up less times through the day, that's more opportunity to catch fish.
Yep. You just got to remember that when you're coming over a tree like I am right now, when it gets to it, you got to pop it, and it won't get hung. See, like that chatterbait came right over that tree. Didn't have a problem at all.
So you try to reach 50 videos a year.
Yeah, of instructionals. That doesn't include lives, that doesn't include anything extra, just instructionals. If you guys want to catch bigger fish, you got two speeds, really fast or really, really slow. If it's not really fast or really slow, you'll catch average fish. Try it for 2 months. Just either fishing super slow or super fast and see what happens.
Well, I'll say like big crankbaits and 10XDs and that, if you're gonna catch them, you're catching them because you're cranking.
Cranking, but I'm talking about fast cranking.
Yeah, that's it.
If it
That's what I'm
rolls
saying.
yep.
It's burning it. There's no going out there catching them big giants
Yep.
on that bait.
But I tell you, when you're slow dragging, there's nothing like feeling that whole bait go suck into a fish's mouth, and you know it's a big one before you even set the hook. You're just dragging it, all of a sudden you just feel it go pull away from you just a little bit, and you're like, oh no, and you set the hook and it's 6, 7, 8 pounds, you know? It's just, love it. Gonna get you in that tree. That's a big one too.
Come here, baby.
Oh yeah.
Look at that on my trick worm, boys, Gene.
Tell you, these suckers fight. That is a big fish. Come here, girl.
Oh, look at that big old fin. Oh, she ate that trick worm.
Right in the top of the mouth too.
Look at that beauty.
She got bloody tail.
I threw a trick worm and it just started going like that. I said, oh boy. Oh my.
Ladies and gentlemen, he can catch big fish.
Today. That ain't a doink that time.
Oh, dude.
That's a stud.
Pretty little.
Look at that beauty.
5 1/4 probably. She's short and fat.
I like it. All that hard to get?
Yeah. Oh, fish.
Big. Oh.
Big.
Gene, look how long we've been sitting right here.
I don't know it.
Throwing at all this, and you just pitched out there. Look at that piggly wiggly. Woo! This guy knows how to make TV right there.
Look at that son of a gun.
Look at that pig.
She ain't even started fanning yet.
No,
But they're on bed. I mean, you see the blood around their lips and that kind of stuff. She's been caught. Look how many times she's been caught.
Look at that. Ooh, I like the way you roll.
Hey, baby girl.
Hey, how to catch the big ones? I'll teach you how to catch the little ones, don't you worry.
I didn't get a good hook set.
Oh, that just stood.
We're gonna need a net on her.
Net, I am your net. What are you talking about?
What?
You talking about?
What? He ain't got a net.
I am your net.
All right, give her a second.
Let's see where's she hooked at.
She's in the mouth.
Oh, this meant just where I can get my hand to her. She's a stud.
God, somebody knows.
Oh yeah, look at that. Hold on. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. There's an hour and 20-minute worth of work right there. And look at that. You got her hooked perfect. Right down inside the mouth. Look at it.
Good.
I'm gonna hand you your glory.
Gosh almighty. This is why we do it.
This is why we do it. It's that 20 seconds after an hour and 20 minutes. Look at that pig. Whew. That is a stud. That is 2 studs today.
This is special. Dude, she's a good fish. They're just now pulling up.
I just want to welcome y'all to the Flukemaster show right here. All I got to do is stand back and watch.
Got him.
Come on over this way. Go up around that trolling motor. There you go.
Man, they pulled, don't they?
I mean, they fight like a Florida string.
Yep.
I mean, look at that. I mean, that fish is just stripping. I mean, I only got 10-pound line, so I can't be crazy with it. But that fish is just.
All right, net man.
Net man.
And ate it.
Yeah, she ate a little more than I wanted. She ain't bleeding or nothing, but.
Yep, give it to me.
All right, I'm gonna watch this. So this fish is hooked just a little bit deep, no
A little
blood.
bit deep. So I'm gonna show you guys. And this is something that's really hard to film without a cameraman. See how deep that thing is in the gut? Is I'm gonna figure out which way the hook is turned. So it's turned this way. So I wanna go up under the gills with my pliers, get a hold of that hook best I can. Okay. And then I'm gonna rotate the hook down. Just turn my hand and that hook pops right out.
I want you to look at
And
that.
you eat it just like that. And there's no blood. And that's how you save a fish's life that is gut hook. But you gotta have some needle nose pliers. I use a pair of things that are called, let me hold it, called heavy needle drivers. But same thing, pops right out. That's how you save a fish's life. Only on YouTube.
Yeah, only on YouTube. Nope, only on the direction do we get the how-tos right there. Now it's time for your safe digging moment of the week, brought to you by 811. Always remember to call before you dig. Our 811 moment of the week, well, it goes out to Gene Jensen and the Flukemaster YouTube channel. Gene is creating moments for millions and millions of folks. He shares the how-tos of fishing. These people can watch his video, learn a little something about fishing, and then go out and enjoy a fishing moment themselves. And my hat's off to Gene Jensen. This guy is a joy to fish with, and he shares the how-tos and the joy of fishing with millions and millions of folks. Well, I don't know about you, but I had a fun day.
I did, it was a good day.
So I'm gonna say one thing about you.
What?
You really do bring some how-tos. That's not a front you put
So,
on for YouTube,
my
man.
mama-
That's not a front.
My mama used to say I'm a cornucopia of useless knowledge. She used to tell me that all the time. Well, I guess sometimes that knowledge ends up being useful further down the road.
Well, we had to work to catch some fish today.
Yeah, I mean, they were
mean-
bedding, they were spawning. That's spawning, you know.
I definitely enjoy the wealth of knowledge. And you know what I'll say of getting in the boat with you today is what people see of you on YouTube is really who you
Oh, yeah.
are. You're really, folks, this guy really gets excited each and every fish he catches. And that's something I caught today. I appreciate that because, you know, it's, for me, it's a joy to get out here on the
Yep.
water, and I love it. And I see that in you, that you love it. And
And I didn't say this out there, but my sister was a single mom. She was married, but her husband was out of the picture. And she flat told me one time, she was like, make your videos, I always keep a single mom in mind. And that's when that all started, was that, you know, try to keep it as basic as you can, but don't talk down to the person, because you never know who's gonna be watching it. You never know who needs it. And boy, there's a lot of people in this world that need fishing. Not just want it, need it for you know, mental health. I mean, just crazy how many. And that's one of those things that surprises me so much, is that these videos are helping people across the entire spectrum. And it just, you know, it humbles me, that's for sure.
well, it's been a fun day.
Yes, sir, it has. It definitely has. I enjoyed it. Surprisingly fun day.
The direction is brought to you by 811. Know what's below, call before you dig. We would also like to thank these fine partners. Closed captioning is brought to you by USA North. Call 811 before you dig.